Barcelona! Welcome to sunny Barcelona, the biggest city in the Med and our fifth stop on our Windstar Winter Mediterranean cruise. We arrived in the cruise port in Barcelona bright and early, and luckily getting into the city is super easy in Barcelona as the port is really centrally located.
Bienvenidas a Barcelona. Welcome to Barcelona.
See, I spoke French in France, and Aisha is our resident Spanish speaker, so she gets to communicate here in Barcelona.
I'm gonna test it out, see how it looks.
So we just got off our Windstar cruise here in Barcelona, walked into the port. This is our last port on our cruise, and we're pretty tired. So we just decided there's a hop-on, hop-off bus here. Let's just get it for the day and take it for the day and just take it easy. So we're just gonna do the easy hop-on, hop-off bus tour, get off where we want. Hopefully it'll be a nice, chill, relaxing day here in Barcelona, so follow along. Now, normally you wouldn't catch me doing something like a hop-on, hop-off bus because it's just super touristy, and I really do like to navigate the local metro systems and try to get around the way the locals do. But like I said, we were a little tired, and so we just saw this as being an easy option to kind of hit up a lot of the sites that we wanted to see, and it was about 30-something euros per person, so we figured if we used it throughout the day, it might be worth it, but in hindsight, it probably would have been better to take a taxi or use the metro to get to the areas we wanted to go to. The Red Line took us into Parc Montjuïc, a hill that overlooks Barcelona, and it's truly an incredible, expansive park in the city. They have a castle up here. There is so much history in this park, but it's just a really big place with lots of museums and things to see, and we just really did not have the time to check it out. On our tour, we definitely drove past the Olympic Park, which was the site of the 1992 Olympics, which was pretty cool. And there's also like so many museums in this park, including the one in the National Palace, which is their National Museum of Art of Catalonia, which again would have been so cool to see, but we were on such a limited time. But if you're on this hop-on, hop bus, you do have the luxury of being able to get on and off wherever you like, and the bus does come around quite often. So it could be pretty useful. I also really liked that they had an audio guide that you could listen to that would give you really interesting history and facts of the different areas that you drove past. So that kind of was a fun little mini tour of the city. If you're a soccer fan, you can hop off at the FC Barcelona Stadium and do a little tour there. And if this is your first time in Barcelona, highly recommend going to check out Parc Güell, which you can actually reach on the Red Line of the tour bus. If you want to see more about Parc Güell and our time there on our previous trip, I'll link our Barcelona travel vlog from last year in the description box. After a bit of a joyride through different parts of Barcelona that we weren't exactly trying to check out, we arrived at Passeig de Gràcia, which is a very well-known and large street in Barcelona that is lined with beautiful architecture and very luxurious shopping and great cafes. We finally just got off the hop-on, hop-off bus. It definitely took us on a joyride. If you're in the port and you're doing it from the cruise port, then I would suggest walking to like the Gothic Quarter somewhere nearby and just jumping on the Green Line. The Green Line is what you want. If you focused more on the old part of the city like Parc Güell or Antonio Gaudi's buildings, then I would say just get yourself over to where the Green Line is and just get on that. Off our hop-on, hop-off bus and walked a little bit down Passeig de Gràcia, I think is how you say this street. It's a lot of really beautiful high-end shops, but this is where you can find a couple of Antonio Gaudi's very famous buildings, including Casa Batlló, which we're standing in front of. You can take a really fun tour of this house. I've done this years ago, but it's been a really long time, so we're gonna go in and check it out. Roughly about $40 per person or 35 euros for like the regular ticket, so a little bit on the pricier side, but in my opinion, it's a really cool tour. and it's worth seeing. We chose to go with the blue ticket, which is the cheapest tour option. It comes with an audio guide, but if you go a little bit more to the silver, you'll get one of these augmented reality tablets that when you point them around the rooms, it will show you what the house might have looked like in the early 1900s. Antoni Gaudi's Casa Batlló is one of the most famous landmarks of Barcelona and a great example of Catalan modernism. It's known as the House of the Dragon because of its facade and also for this stairway, which kind of looks like a dragon's back. Josep Batlló commissioned Antoni Gaudi to take a pre-existing building here and transform it into something that would truly stand out, and the result is a work of art, inside and out. All of the details in the interior are exquisite, as Antoni Gaudi loved details and craftsmanship and so collaborated with the best artisans of the time, working in wrought iron, wood, stained glass, and ceramic tiles. They have like a whole cafe, a little bar, snack bar up here. You can get coffee, you can get a glass of wine, or in Aisha's case, sangria.
Get sangria in Barcelona.
The price is right. It was like €6 a glass, which is pretty good for a place that's for tourists. So,
Yeah.
cheers to that. The end of the tour had something totally new from my previous visit in 2016, the Gaudi Cube, which is the world's first real 360-degree LED experience. This was just such a cool way to cap off the visit to see this artful interpretation of Gaudi's visions. Since we had learned our lesson that the hop-on, hop-off bus just wasn't exactly the answer, we went down to the metro to get tickets to head to Sagrada Familia, one of Antoni Gaudi's other incredibly famous works. Sagrada Familia is a must-visit when you're in Barcelona. This cathedral, designed by Gaudi, is now 140 years in the works, and it still has several years to go before it's complete. Just stopped by the Sagrada Familia to get a photo from the outside. Nate and I went on the inside on our last trip, so if you're interested in seeing what that's all about, you can check out my previous Barcelona vlog, which is linked in the description box. But if you want to get a good photo with the Sagrada Familia behind you, with not too many people in your photo and a good enough vantage point behind, you can come on the other side of this park. There's a little pond here and get a shot from there, though you may have to wait your turn because it's a pretty popular photo spot. But this is definitely a church that you have to at least come and see once in your lifetime. So definitely go get tickets to see the inside if you haven't already. Highly recommend booking that in advance online. Nate has officially become the camera assistant.
Yep. Full-time job. Paid glasses of wine all day.
After saying hi to Sagrada Familia, we went over to the Gothic corridor to do a little wandering through the narrow medieval streets. This is one of my favorite things and places to go in Barcelona because there's just so many unique little shops and cafes and museums to stumble upon here. For lunch, we popped into this tapas bar that Nate and I had dinner at on our last trip here that we absolutely loved, and so I was so excited to get to come back because the food here is delicious, it's affordable, and the service is really friendly. Started with a little DIY pan con tomate, even comes with its own little instruction manual for you. Next you need to cut a tomato in half and rub it all over the bread. But rub the garlic on the toast first. Alright, so Nate's peeling the garlic.
Oh, que bella.
Wrong country.
I know. I say it. Wow. Muy bien. Muy bien.
Rub that garlic on. It smells garlicky.
we get the tomato.
Now we get the tomato. Take the tomato. Rub.
Save some tomato for me, guys. Thank you.
Pretty good. That's tasty.
Very tasty.
You gotta make this at home. That would be so easy to do. When in Barcelona, you definitely gotta get tapas. And the great thing about tapas is you can order quite a bit because they're all pretty small portions and share with everyone at the table. And you get to try just a little bit of everything. So we actually went and got a little tapas lunch at Bastex, which we ate dinner at last time we were here. I wanted to try somewhere new, but we were getting really hungry. We were in the area and we knew we liked it. And a second time did not disappoint, y'all. It was so good. Now headed to Paradiso, which is one of the top 50 bars in the world. It's number 4 currently. Last time we were here, there was such a long line that it was impossible for us to get in. But we're here on a Saturday. It opens at 3. It's 4 o'clock. So we are gonna go in super early so that we can actually check this bar out this time. Whereas last time, it was no bueno when it was a Saturday night at 10 p.m. It's kind of like a speakeasy. Looks like it's behind like a sandwich shop, which is really fun. Okay, let's do this. Paradiso is not just a cocktail bar. It's a whole experience. Once you step through the vintage refrigerator door, you step into an almost surreal interior, bustling with people. The 2023 menu was based on the evolution of humankind, so all of the cocktails were inspired by key discoveries and innovations in history. I hear in 2024 the menu will explore the world's mysteries. Every drink is a feast for the senses, and they all involve some kind of foodie aspect that pairs with the cocktail itself. And of course, the presentation of all of these drinks is what sets this bar apart. It's like a show every time you order another round.
We start with this no nicotine tobacco with vanilla and chocolate note. On top you will find a little piece of cheese. It's called manchego. With which we obtain an aromatic. So by the act of distilling this, the final result will be this aromatic odor, with which I will finish our cocktail with a layer of flavor. As the aromatization is in the past, as of your hand. It's water, so now you can kind of wash your hands, smell, and then go ahead eating these copper nuggets on top, which is made with white chocolate and green pepper. That one. Okay, so you eat it.
Oh, just with your hands? Oh, okay.
You eat it, and then you grab the cocktail and you drink the smell at the same time. You reflect the flavor of the drink with the smell of the hand. It goes from yellow into the kryptonite color. On top, you will find a little flower. It's called electric flower. When you eat it, you will get a numb feeling in your mouth. That's completely fine, will last for 5 minutes, but in this way you're gonna get the right flavor from the cocktail. So eat the flower first, and then we'll add with the drink.
Not the best tasting flower. My mouth is numb. It feels really weird. It does make it taste like there's electricity in your mouth. It's really weird. This next one I ordered because I saw someone else at a different table have it and it looked so crazy I had to give it a go. Basically they make this cloud of foam that you have to suck up and then take a sip of your cocktail afterwards.
There you go. I'm gonna give you a second. Try guys.
All over my face though.
We turn on the electricity, and the electricity goes to the ground. Even modify and change the electric field by touching the glass or moving the glass away.
Oh.
So don't touch that. Don't touch it. So you can put the glass around.
The martini cocktail, we do straight into the glass, okay? So we start with the dilution of the drink. This is a special water. You know why? Because when I pour this water into the frozen olives, it goes from liquid to solid as soon as it touches the olives. So now what you have is a controlled amount of dilution, but most important, really cold. As you can see inside, right? Now, I'm gonna just double check if the olives doesn't stick to the glass. And we're gonna go with vermouth. This is vermouth extra dry infused with matcha seeds. Nice stuff. We have time for number 10, infused with fennel and oregano, and then redistilled. It smells and tastes really Mediterranean.
Oh yeah.
There you go. Are you ready? So this is our cocktail inspired by the human invention of writing. That's why it comes in a book, right? When we open the book, some cool library aroma comes out from it, just to make the mood. On top, you will find a little piece of paper, which is made with rice, caramel, fennel seeds, and 10% with that. Okay? What I recommend is to start by reading a little bite of the paper and taking a little sip of the drink, going on this way much in the flavors. Guys, I'm gonna let you take it.
That was awesome.
The line when we came out really was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, being that it's a Saturday and it's starting to get later. But now we've had 3 cocktails each, so we're going to just go stumble around the Gothic Quarter. That should be fun. After a little wandering and not too much stumbling, we actually stumbled into a flamenco show, which was one of the things I really wanted to do in Barcelona. While I know that flamenco is not really native to Barcelona, I still have always wanted to see a live show, and this was my chance. We opted for the mid-price ticket, which includes 1 drink each and also gets you seating that is a little bit closer to the stage than just the general admission ticket. Barcelona. I highly recommend it. I truly love the experience. It might have been one of my favorite things we did while we were on the entire cruise. After the show was over, we decided to wander around the Gothic Quarter a bit more, which is the beauty of this area, is it's just so nice to just get lost in for a bit.
Look at you. Another one, another one.
trying to just have a romantic walk down the street with your friend and there's too many bikers and motorcyclists.
That is good videotape.
While wandering around, I discovered a bit of Catalan Christmas tradition, the caganer, which is a figurine of a pooping man that the Catalonians always hide somewhere in their nativity scenes. Apparently the poop fertilizes the land and it leads to prosperity. I mean, it's definitely strange, but it's interesting, so I had to pop into this store filled with all kinds of caganers. I mean, I always love learning about quirky Christmas traditions. And we wandered all the way back to Mistakes for dinner because we were hungry and you know what? We love it. It's on fire. Of course, Barcelona also had a fantastic Christmas market right in the port. So if you're visiting Barcelona during Christmas, especially if you're here on a winter Mediterranean cruise, it's super close to where the ships are and you got to take advantage of it. They had outdoor ice skating, all kinds of rides, and really tasty Christmas market treats. All right, well, I am now 2 for 2 of concluding my Barcelona travel vlogs in the Sala Lounge at the Barcelona airport. We got back to the ship pretty late last night and packed up our bags and pretty much passed out. But needless to say, we had an incredible, very short little day in Barcelona. I'm so glad I got to check a couple other things off of my Barcelona to-do list. Definitely have to make it a point to come back and stay for at least a couple days. I feel like every time I'm in this city, I'm only here for such a short amount of time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to check out my previous Barcelona vlog if you want to see some more ideas of things that you can do in this amazing city. Subscribe if you're not already. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers. Bye.